Welcome to the Advancing Entrepreneur. This show is all about surrounding yourself for success. Hear stories of building traction, gaining acceleration, and creating results from successful entrepreneurs who have surrounded themselves with other successful entrepreneurs. And now, here's your host, Annette Nightingale James.
All right. Hello, Advancing Entrepreneurs. This is Annette James back for another episode of the Advancing Entrepreneur Show, where we get traction, acceleration, and results for you in your business. Today, I'm joined by my good friend, Lena West. Hi, Lena.
Hey, Annette.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here with you today. As you guys will be able to tell through the interview, Lena and I did one of my most favorite things together. We sat in a mastermind group together. So I'm excited to have one of my mastermind buddies on to show you guys what you can do with your business when you surround yourself with other advancing entrepreneurs. So Lena, I'm going to introduce you and then I'm going to turn it back over to you to expand.
Okay.
Lena West is an award-winning social media consultant, blogger, speaker, journalist, technologist, and the founder, social media marketing expert, business growth coach at the Influence Expansion Academy, the only online social media learning academy created specifically to help women entrepreneurs grow their business and profit from the power of social media and the internet. Lena, tell us a little bit more about that.
You know, I'm really passionate about working with women entrepreneurs. I truly believe that we are going to be the ones that change the world and change the world in a positive way. I started the academy about 3 years ago now. Time like all runs together. 3 years ago now. And it is great. We are absolutely going right now through a relaunch period, and we've been over the course of this entire year, we've been slowly relaunching, and we're about to unveil the new version of the Academy for 2015, and I'm very excited about it. I feel like we've been in beta for the past 2 years, so I'm excited.
All right, very good. And everybody listening to the call or watching the show right now, when you go to imadvancing.com after the interview is over, you can type Lena, L-E-A-N, into the, did I just spell your name right? L-E-N-A. Into the search bar, and Lena's show notes page will come right up, and we will link to your brand new launched site. Very good. So Lena, we know, as you're talking about, that being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, there is quite a bit of different things to keep up with every day. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of persistence to be an entrepreneur. So I want you to share with our audience today, what is it that is your driving force? What keeps you moving forward?
What keeps me moving forward is I know that somewhere out there is a woman entrepreneur who has no clue what to do next, is unsure of herself for the moment, who might be a little stuck for the moment, and who really, really wants to succeed based on her definition of success, not someone else's, and doesn't know where they can get help, or is about to make an investment that may be not so smart for them, or may not be the right investment for them. And what I can say about me is that even if I can't help someone, I'm going to tell them the truth. And when I can help them, I'm going to give 100% of everything that I have. And so I want to, every single time I think I'm tired, I can't, I think, you know what, somewhere there's a woman entrepreneur out there who needs to see me today. And if I don't show up today, then she may not get the help that she needs, or she may not get the direction that she needs. And I know what I can do, and I know what I produce. And so for me, that's what keeps me going, that there's somebody out there that needs to hear from me specifically.
So, excellent. Very good. So, Lena, this show is all about surrounding yourself with other advancing entrepreneurs like your clients surround themselves with you. But I want you to take us right now to a time and place before you had a group of entrepreneurs that surrounded you and supported you. Because there's, just like you have somebody out there right now, there's somebody listening right now that is kind of in that before, and they might be feeling a little lost. They might be a little adrift. So, let them know what had happened with you. What did your business look like before you plugged in to the group?
Oh boy. I'm a smart person, so I was making forward movement. It was just herky jerky. It was two steps forward, one step back, sometimes like two steps forward, three steps back. It was just right. It was just I found myself I also didn't have anyone to talk to about the challenges that I was having or the feelings that I was having. Um, and even my wins, I didn't have anyone really to get my wins. I mean, I could share them with my family, and my family's always been supportive, but only another entrepreneur knows that, oh my gosh, I've been asked to speak on Capitol Hill. Like entrepreneurs are like, what? That's crazy. Your family's like, all right, congratulations, but they're not really there with you in spirit. And I found myself I found that before I was even involved in any kind of mastermind group, I was I was making strides. I just was not. I wasn't nearly as confident, and I'm a naturally confident person, but I wasn't nearly as confident. I was confident that I could do it. I just wasn't confident in what I was doing because I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. And so it was a lot of herky jerky going on.
I like that turkey turkey day. That I think that there's a lot of people out there that can definitely relate with that, and you kind of tend to get so bogged down in your own head every day, right?
Yeah.
That you're like you don't even know if what you're thinking is normal. You don't know if you're feeling is normal. So that group is. So was there something that in particular happened? Do you have a story to share with us of what was going on right before you did leap into a mastermind group or a live event, whatever that turning point was? What kind of led you to that point where you're like, I have to do this. I have to jump out there and go to this event or join this group?
I was at a point where I realized that I was way too talented and gifted to be having the herky jerky happening. It was really, I wanna equate it to a bit of a moment of being fed up, but it was so much more than just being fed up. It was so much more than being sick and tired of being sick and tired. It really was like, this is your life's calling. You know that this is the work that you were put here to do. So are we going to get it on or what? Like, what's going to happen here? And for me, it was that moment of, I have got to surround myself by the right people. It was really understanding at a cellular level that you are the sum total of the five people you spend the most time with. And I'm looking around, and the five people that I spend the most time with, really, really nice people. But they were people who had money challenges and money struggles. They were people who had focus challenges. They were people who had a bit of a poverty mind state and poverty consciousness. And I just said to myself, this is being around these people is not going to help me do the work that I need to do in this world. And it's got to change on some level. And I thought, what is the thing that I can most control right now? What is the thing that I can do that, I don't have to wait to set up a mailing list. I don't have to launch an event. I don't have to put together a telesummit. Like, what is the thing that I can do right now in this time and space? And the thing that we all most have control over is who has access to us and whom we have access to.
So I love that. Talking about things that you have control over. I actually just shot a video for my list yesterday about something I recently learned about goal setting. It shouldn't be this whole huge thing that you don't have control over. It shouldn't be, oh, I'm going to get 10 new clients, because we can't control, who the next 10 clients are going to be or when they're going to say yes. But if we know that we need to talk to 20 people to get 10 clients, the goal should really be, I'm going to talk to 20 people. So I love that thing about the control and the personal responsibility and the choices that's in there. I think that's perfect.
Yep, absolutely.
Good. So okay, so then what was your first thing that you went to? Did you go to a live event? Did you go ahead and jump right into a mastermind group? What did you kind of jump into?
Well, I've been a part of several masterminds, and so I guess for my first mastermind, the thing that I did was I went to a live event, and I got myself in the space of those people. And I got myself in the place, the mind state of wanting to do things a little bit differently and surround myself with people. My first mastermind was a really good learning experience about masterminds, and then I eventually found a mastermind that I'm in now, and it's really a better fit for me. But you got to start somewhere. You can't be scared to say, "Oh well, this may not be it." I was, like I said, I don't want to even equate it to being fed up because it was so much more than that. I was just at a point where I realized that if you don't do something about this now, this is not good. Like, you've got to really get out there, and you got to surround yourself by the right people that you can help, and the right people who can help you and support you, and take that first step.
Right. I like what you said about maybe the first one wasn't like the most optimal to you, but you had to start somewhere. What I want our audience to take away from that is don't worry about finding the exact right event to go to or the exact right mastermind to go to. Or just get started, because you will never start if you don't. Plus, you should always be growing, Lena. Like, if you were still in the same mastermind group, the very first one, I would be a little worried about you.
You don't know what the right mastermind group is. You if especially if you've never been in a mastermind group, you have no idea. Right. You have no idea what to expect. You have no idea. Usually with some mastermind groups are set up differently, but the ones that I've been in, they've well, I'm in several now. One that where we have distributed leadership, and sometimes the other ones that I've been in, we've had a set leader, and so you don't know what you're going to like until you try these different types of masterminds, and you say to yourself, okay, this is not working for me, but this over here, I like this and I can do this. So you just have to start somewhere. You just do.
So tell me, after you joined your first mastermind group, was there a specific hot seat moment or a call with an accountability buddy or just an aha moment that you had on your own that was a turning point for you in your business? What did that first group, or ever since then, since you've been in mass, since you've been surrounding yourself with entrepreneurs, what is that one thing that you could point back to and be like, that was the moment that I needed from surrounding myself?
I would say the one moment would definitely be when I realized how much I was actually producing. So one of the things that we would do regularly in one of the first masterminds that I was in is we would look at, okay, these are the things that you say you want to do. Now, how many of them have you done? And then I realized, like, whoa, I'm a producer. Like, I get stuff done, you know? Right. I get like, and I was looking at the things I said I wanted to do and the things that I actually did, and I was just like, whoa, this is I produce, I get things done, and it just, that one exercise helped me to see that I get way more done than I think I do. I'm a producer, and that's a skill set. Not everyone's a
For
producer,
sure. Yep.
and that's something that I can rely on, to actually do, and to count on in my business and in my own personal growth. And once I realized that, I thought, if I can get all this done, I can basically do whatever the hell I want to do.
I love it. Entrepreneurs, I want you to hear what Lena is saying. It wasn't that she went to this mastermind group and was gifted with this perfect business or that she was gifted with this huge client. It's that she had created a space for herself to have the realization that has advanced her forward ever since. So sometimes it's not about what's being taught on stage. Sometimes it's not about who you're sitting next to. Sometimes it's just about creating that space for yourself to have either the realization or the intuition or that moment when it's like, oh, I got this, or this is what I'm good at, or this is what I'm not good at. So I love that you shared something that's that tangible that came up for you. So
The best mastermind groups are going to help you see yourself.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. So tell us what's been happening since that moment. Tell us a little bit about, from your first group, what has been some of the evolution of your business. I know we don't, have 3 days, but you're a producer, so.
Well, I would say the major things that have happened is I have become way more judicious about where and how I spend my time. I've become so protective of my time. Um, Another thing that's happened, obviously, is not obviously because it doesn't happen for everyone, but what's happened also for me is the level at which I am playing this entrepreneurial game has really, really increased in a major way. Um, I am working on a legacy project right now. Is That's not possibly, but it is the largest container for my work that I've ever created in my entire life. And it is, I believe, as I sit here, the project that will define my career and that will be spoken about once I'm no longer here. It is that big of a project. So, what being in mastermind groups has done for me is it has helped me to think way bigger. And I was already a big thinker, but it has helped me to think way bigger. Um, I am I've restructured my business so that I teach my clients to focus on three things and set goals around three things: independence, influence, and income. And so those are the three things that I'm focusing on in my career and in my life. And so my life now reflects, and my business now reflects, I should say, the life that I want to have and the life that I like, I enjoy living. And so everything I feel is a lot more in alignment. That's the main thrust of everything is in alignment. I feel like I'm better compensated for the work that I do. I am working with companies that have revenues of $300 million and more. And it feels really good to pair that level of expertise, which I do have. I was a corporate consultant for a number of years before I started my business. So to pair that level of working with a $300 million corporation and then also working with a woman entrepreneur who may be, just getting into multiple six figures, and having that experience in my life is extremely fulfilling. So
Awesome, very good. So tell us, besides the website, is there any projects or anything that you're working on now that you want to share with our audience?
yes. So, as I mentioned, I'm relaunching the academy. I feel like this is like our first full-on launch. So I'm very excited about the academy. I'm also launching a very high-level mastermind group for those people who are not quite ready to do the one-on-one coaching, but they want to be in my orbit and be around me and benefit from my expertise. It's called The Suite, Suite. And it's extremely exclusive, and I'm really digging on launching it, and I'm going to start marketing it in December, about a month from now. And what else? I've got a book coming out next year called Who Gives a Tweet.
That's perfect for you.
I know. That title is so me.
Yep.
And I'm working on this legacy project that I can't say much about right now because the trademarking isn't done, but it is 100% in service of women entrepreneurs, and it is going to be a unselfish vehicle to make sure that the women entrepreneurs that don't get as much visibility as some of the more popular ones, but who are just as smart and just as capable, many times more so, get the visibility that they need.
Awesome. Awesome. That is everything. All right, Lena, now we're going to go into a little bit of a speed round where our listeners get to learn a little bit more about you, and I call it Playing Favorites.
All right.
Lena, tell us, what is your favorite charity?
My favorite charity is Kiva. I give to Kiva all the time.
So, very cool. Is that KIVA?
Yep, it's kiva.org, and you can start with a donation as little as $25, and you help other entrepreneurs to get started. So, works for me.
We didn't give them the website last time, so I wanted to make sure that they had it if they're listening. What is your favorite quote?
My favorite quote, oh gosh, I've got two. Okay, so the first is, to whom much is given, much is required. That is in my bio. I love that. And I also, the other quote that is also my favorite is, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time.
That's very true. It's very true. Jim Rohn has a similar quote, something along the lines of, "What do liars do? They lie." And the whole point just being like, if don't expect somebody to change. Like if somebody's lied to you, don't expect them to not lie to you in the future. You know. So that I like that. I like that. Can you share with us what is your favorite resource for working in your business? Maybe a new app discovery or something that you use.
My favorite resource, oh boy, um, I would have to say is my the various meditation apps that I have on my iPhone. Just because I need a break every now and then throughout the day,
Every
and
10 minutes or so, it's no big deal.
no big deal. I need to start my day, grounded and centered. Throughout the day, I may need a little 5 minute quick hit, depending upon what type of day it is. I know right before I go on stage, I usually do some form of meditation, whether it's on the iPhone or just on my own. I get myself centered and prepared to be used, to be the messenger. And so I would have to say any of the apps. So I use Headspace, um, I use Simply Being, um, and there's an app also by Mind Valley that I use. I forget the name of it right now, but any of the meditation apps. Simply Being I use mostly to go to sleep, but Headspace I use during the daytime as well. So
So, very cool. Thanks for sharing. What is your favorite song?
my favorite song. Okay, I've got two again.
Okay.
I
Gosh, it's
like
almost
Mary
like
J.
you're paying by all your own rules, like an entrepreneur or
I
something.
know that's me. I love Mary J. Blige's "Work That" because that gets me in like a I'm gonna work that.
Conquer the
She's talking
world
about
mode, right?
doing your own thing and writing your own way, and I just love that. And I also love uh, um, "Do My Thing" by Estelle, and she's featuring Janelle Monet. And you know, I just love the lyrics. I wear my hair like this because I can, and I walk around like this because this is who I am. I mean, I just love that. How could you not? And so when on those days when I feel like, oh, I don't have it to give, I listen to one of those two songs, that or Pharrell's Happy, and I'm in it. I'm like, yeah, I'm here. What do you need me to do?
I belonged to a mastermind group recently that the leader is just like she doesn't have any kids. She's in love with her dog, and so there's a bunch of YouTube videos with the happy song and dog. So all I can see when I hear that
Oh
dumb
no.
song is these videos of dogs, and I'm like, no. So she ruined that video for that song for me, but it is very upbeat. It is very
Yeah,
upbeat. So
it is.
and then tell us, what is your favorite business book?
Oh my gosh, my favorite business book. I have so many. This is not fair. And I thought about this. Like, it's not like you didn't send me the daggone. I'm like, I don't. Okay, so I would have to say, my favorite business book would probably be E Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. That was one of the first. Yep, that was one of the first business books that I ever read, um, and I felt like, oh, now I get how I need to structure my business. I get it. So,
Very good, very good. All right, very good. Now I'm going to ask you to share with our audience what one piece of advice would you today give yourself when you were first starting your business, that version of yourself. Then I want you to tell our audience where they can connect with you, and then we'll say goodbye.
the one piece of advice I would give myself from the past would be don't hesitate, don't wait, don't procrastinate. Um, Good enough is good enough. Do it now, ship, all of that. Just do it. And yeah, I wish, looking back, I wish I had not done more, but I wish I had just launched more and just done more stuff and put more stuff out there and tried different things, tried a lot more, different things, and connected with people that I was at one point nervous about connecting with, and those types of things. I just wish I would have done those things more often, a lot more often. So that's the advice I would give myself. And everyone can find me at influenceexpansion.com, or if you want to follow me on Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and every place else, Instagram, I'm Lena West.
At Lena is very good. And of course, you can still go to iamadvancing.com, type Lena into the search bar and the show notes page. And if you send us those links, we'll link all that up to your show notes page so they can go right through and find it. Lena, thank you so much for being here today. This has been so much fun.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of The Advancing Entrepreneur. If you enjoyed it, leave us a rating and review. Not only will it make our day, you'll also be helping others find this show and advance their own careers. Once you're done, be sure to head on over to iamadvancing.com and join our community to learn what it takes to be an advancing entrepreneur and surround yourself for success. Thanks again, and get ready to advance.